Oh my goodness. Okay, we are live, you guys. Hello, hello, hello. And of course, welcome to another episode of the Sex Connection, episode 17, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 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 yes. So, hope everybody's had a great week. We've had some very crazy wind today. I was actually up in Evergreen area. I feel like my car was being blown around everywhere. That was quite interesting today. So while I was in Evergreen rather, Colorado, I decided that the brewery that we were going to visit is going to be Lariat Lodge Brew Pub. That is in Evergreen, Colorado. So yeah, so I ended up going there today. It's the Lariat Lodge was actually inspired by the Lariat Loop, if you're familiar with the Colorado area. It's the scenic bypass in Colorado. Have two locations. This specific location that I was at is the original location located in Evergreen. It overlooks Bear Creek. Um, it opened on Halloween in 2015, and the second one actually is in Littleton, just off of Ken Carl. It actually opened in 2019. The Evergreen Town was actually that was their first brew pub that they ever had in Evergreen. So and it's actually located in like this really neat historical building, of course, really cute, quaint, very family oriented. The owners of the Lariat Lodge are Anders and Debbie. They actually didn't really have an intention of owning a brewery, but apparently Eric Rhodes, who was originally the head brewmaster from Tommyknocker Brewery, had convinced them to go for it, give it a try, and actually ended up becoming their head brewer for a while there over at the Lariat Lodge Brewing Company. So I think that's actually some really nice, interesting news. They had a very interesting menu too, as far as the food went, like stuff like Swedish meatball or Swedish meatloaf. I apologize. Fish and chip, burgers, Sammy's, and even the carne asada fries. That was what, of course, I ended up having. Um, and I ended up getting the Barking Blonde Ale as far as my beer of choice. It, of course, is a blonde ale. It's a 4.8%, and there's actually, let me show it to you guys. There is a little pupper on here, okay? And his name, actually, it even says it over here on the side. It says that he has a name. It's Hello, I'm Barley. That is, I kind of think, adorably, appropriately named, um, considering beer, you know. But anyway, so yeah, it's a blonde ale. It was super tasty, of course, and let's jump right into it. Let's jump right into this little bad boy. Again, Lariat Brewing, really cute, cute little dogger on there on the front there. There, really nice light golden color to that. I mean, practically see-through. Really, really nice light colors going on in there. Super effervescent. That head dissipated really nice and fast. It's still really bubbly. So again, letting you know that it has that super carbonation to it. Really nice, fresh. Yeah, absolutely. I get that. And you guys know I love this, but I get that wet hay smell going on from this. Of course, smells crisp, has a sweetness to it. Um, it's not too heavy. Just has these really really nice light notes to it. Um, I've really enjoyed it. I had two while I was there. Um, But yeah, I highly recommend heading up there, especially this summer. You guys go up to Evergreen, lots of hiking going on there, and you can finish it off with a little bit of the beers and some food over at the Lariat Lounge or Lariat Lodge, rather. Really great staff as well. I really enjoyed it. Again, great food. Matter of fact, there was a patron sitting across from me that was basically telling their partner, going down the menu and saying, "This is delicious, and that's delicious, and that's really unique, and that's delicious." So, um, like I said, I ended up getting the carne asada fries, and they're really, I mean, it was super delicious. Do not get me wrong. And mid-bite, there was actually another patron that had come over to me and said, "Excuse me, what is that you're eating? It looks delicious." And they themselves ended up getting that as well. So again, really great place, food, folks, fun, all that good stuff. Um, highly recommend it. That's going to be again the Lariat Lodge in Evergreen, Colorado. Head on out there, try that blonde ale, the Barking Blonde Ale, of course. Um, and the other thing that I actually really liked about the Lariat Lodge, and I'm probably going to say it again later, just because they actually have in the backyard or outside rather, they call it their dog garden. So it's very dog oriented, obviously telling from the can itself. With the little doggy on there and everything. I just think that's hilarious. And again, really great fenced in spot right there up in the mountains. Beautiful, picturesque. Go outside, drink your beer, enjoy yourself with your dog, um, and go to the Lariat. So let's see. What do we got going on? Okay, you guys. So we're actually going to be hanging today. We're hanging out overseas again. This time, we're going straight to Germany. That's right. That's right. We are actually, as I get my headphones stuck here, we are heading over to Germany. That's going to be right over here in this little spot. I'm sure you can't see my finger. Maybe you can. But we're headed over there for the first ever 100% certified organic brewery. This brewery is called Pinkus Müller. They specialize in organic brews. The specific brew that I ended up going with today is a Jörg Pils, which basically the Jörg stands for original. It is apparently, which we haven't opened it yet, but according to them, is a pale golden color, light to medium body, and it's dry and well balanced. They call it clean hop, a multi-character to it. We're going to definitely check that out and see if that compares to how I usually judge my stuff. It's usually layman's terms, but that's okay. It is a German style classic lager, and it is a 5.2%. So let's get right into that. So again, it is called Pinkus Pilsner. Oh, again, another one that's super light in color. But this one, look at those bubbles. Look at that effervescence. Look at the head on that beer. Take a peek at this. It's still going nice and strong. It's dissipating very fast. But I mean, super bubbly. Again, nice light color. Those bubbles in there, it just pulled that flavor really fast. Oh, it smells nice and sweet. Definitely some pear notes in there. It smells like a crisp, clean sweetness in there. Really, really does. Um, oh yeah, absolutely. You guys see that color too. Again, it's almost see-through with how beautiful, light, and golden that is. All right, you guys, it's definitely sweeter. Okay, it's not something that I would probably pick on a daily basis, but it is actually really nice. It is very subtle. All the notes in it are very subtle. Clean, as it says. I will agree, it's definitely crisp. Um, I think I actually enjoyed this quite nice. For sure, for sure. Um, let's see what else we got here. So again, golden pilsner, bright, elegant bitterness to it. Did I taste any bitterness? I would say, yeah, probably a little bit. The brewery itself was developed in Pilsen, Czechoslovakia, in the mid 19th century, and then German brewers began to brew that pils very soon after. Pinkus Your Pils actually was brewed with organic malts and hops, and has another connection to the beers of 150 years ago. There's no chemical fertilizers. There's no pesticides used to produce the malt and hops. And of course, as I said before, the euro translates from German to original. Original. Um, do I think that you would like that? Yeah, I do. It might be a little too sweet for you, but I think that you might actually enjoy it. Again, this place is certified organic. It was established originally, even though we did talk about there being that 2015 of the beer actually coming out. It established originally, if I'm not mistaken, in 1816. 1816. And see if we can get a little more info on that. Pincus Mueller was founded in 1816. It was still owned and operated by the original family, Pincus, which became the first, as we said, organic brewery of the modern era by the 1980s. Pincus Mueller Brewery, as it's known locally to the area, its origins to the family's arrival in northern Germany, town of Munster, was in 1816. At that time, Johannes Mueller and his wife started the Altbeer Brewery and also even a bakery. Since their arrival, 150 breweries have come and gone, but this specific brewery ended up remaining. Just going with the times in general, becoming organic. They are actually, this is the fifth and sixth generation of family that operates this actual brew pub. So they are really dedicated to what the family of the Pincus actually had in mind, and to keep growing things organically with their organically grown barley, their malt, and of course their whole hop blossoms. So again, really nice beers today. They were really nice and subtle. I really enjoyed them both. Um, I probably throughout the show will enjoy them both while talking to you all. So I'm excited about that. See here, guys, let's let's talk a little bit about the beer scene going on right now. Honestly, it's kind of a little sad to me to see all of these different breweries closing up. It's not something I enjoy seeing. I know a lot of breweries have been closing around the area. I know they're also closing around the nation. A lot of people are saying that that's due to the younger generation not really drinking more. Some are also saying that, of course, it's due to the new taxes that'll be hitting the beer industry, further supplies. I've even noticed something happening at these breweries that it's really off-putting to somebody like myself. And what do I mean by somebody like myself? I I don't really, I haven't actually gone in a bar in a few years now. Like a restaurant with a bar attached, come on, that's a different story. Most do, right? But I've actually enjoyed having a place dedicated to just craft beer. Um, that's just something that I enjoy, guys. You go to a craft brewery because you go there for the beer. Lately, what I've been noticing is that there has been a craft cocktail menu. And this, to me, is kind of where that problem is. I mean, if the problem is variety, then maybe have some CBD alternatives, or keep your seltzers going, possibly. But to me, I think that it's just kind of sad when you start adding liquors to your brewery. I understand that you're trying to appeal to both crews, because maybe somebody wants to have some liquor drinks while you have your beers. By all means, I understand that. I really do. But there's a time and place for that, I think. And you can really, I mean, if you enjoy going to a brewery, then maybe don't go to the brewery with people that are liquor drinkers, so that you don't have to make that decision per se. Breweries should stay exactly what they are. Um, you know, with people that own a brewery, focus on your craft. Your craft is brewing beer. All of a sudden you begin to um, include food in your brewery menu because everybody wants a variety of food. If you just stick to some small bites, like a pretzel that you can just bake in a toaster oven right there, or stick with your food trucks, or bags of pretzels and chips and popcorn, that's great. But the moment you have to put in a restaurant, then a lot more problems end up happening, you know? And then for that matter, now you're adding liquor to everything. And now you've got an elevated type of drinker at that point in time. And believe me, guys, I've worked in the beer industry, I've worked in the liquor industry, I've worked in the wine industry. There are different elevations of what certain alcohols can do to you. And to me, I just think that if you're a craft brewery, be a craft brewery. There's no reason for you to add alcohol. Add liquor, I apologize. In fact, honestly, earlier this past week, I went to the Chaluna Brewery that is actually in the Stanley Marketplace. And, what I loved about this specific location is they didn't need a craft cocktail. They didn't need any cocktails because it was a food hall and a marketplace. So you could get something within the market and sit either in the common area or just bring it back into the brewery. There were other bars there as well. So, I mean, there is that time and place, and there is that place for that. To me, you can do something like that and still keep the integrity of your brewery by not including liquor drinks. I think that the focus leaves when you start adding, food and you start adding liquor drinks. You end up losing that beer slinging mentality, especially with your beer tenders, who have their knowledge of craft beer, who don't expect to have to go into work and now all of a sudden, oh, now I have to know 6 different cocktails and I have to put this ice, gently placed inside this glass and stir that. There's no reason for it. You're a brewery. Stick with beer. Stick with beer. It's better, honestly. It's what you started your business for. If you wanted a bar, you'd have gone for a bar liquor license. You went for a brewery because you have a craft. Stick with your craft. And that's beer news from me. So anyway, so before we get to any calendar events, let's talk a little bit about this Bristol Brewery over there in Colorado Springs, you guys. So apparently they have a hidden golden ticket in the wrapping of a 6-pack can mistake. If I'm not mistaken, you can find it in, like, I guess, liquor stores or breweries or whatever in that area that are selling those beers in Colorado Springs. But I believe the winner gets like either a lifetime of like free beer or, maybe even like a year of free beer. Either way, it surely is a lot of beer. So if you are looking to find that golden ticket in the Bristol Brewing Company's 6-pack, details, of course, are at bristolbrewing.com. Again, they're located in Colorado Springs, so make sure when you're looking that up, you are looking for the Bristol Brewing Company out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I think that's actually a lot of fun because, usually a golden ticket you hear a lot with, like, obviously Willy Wonka and candy. I've heard a lot of golden ticket stuff going on in the cannabis industry, but you very seldom hear about it in the brew industry, so I love it. It's kind of, just hits home for me really well. I love that. So all in all, let's definitely go over some little events. As I said before to you guys, last episode, we have the 13th to the 19th this year of the Craft Beer Week. So this starts the official beer season celebration. And they usually celebrate by visiting a brewery, not a local bar in that entire week. Get to know your newer beers, get to try something different, of course. Skipping over the earlier than the 5/13 to 5/19, on the 7th, of course, is National Home Brew Day. So that was actually created by the American Home Brewers Association in '88. It is typically celebrated on the first Saturday of May. So this year that will be May the 4th, of course, which we had missed. However, tomorrow you still have that time to celebrate the Home Brew Day. So be sure to do that. Celebrate by either learning or even making some home brews at home if you're into that kind of stuff. Absolutely, you can really pick up some really fun like Mr. Beer containers that are, super inexpensive and adorable to just kind of try and make your own home beer at home. So I say give it a whirl, you guys. Tomorrow is homebrew day. I think that is going to do it for the first segment of the show, of course. So again, thank you to the Lariat Lodge. Um, really tasty beer, absolutely good food, very unique food. Thank you to Pincus Organic Brewery. Really appreciate the beers today, guys. Really delicious, nice and crisp. Certainly summer porch pounders. So just a couple more things before we go into the next part of the show. Don't forget, guys, I am looking for people to donate to Denver Over the Edge under my name for the Cancer Research Foundation. By raising funds, not only does that money go directly to cancer research, but if I raise $1,500 before September 9th for the cancer research, I'll be able to rappel down the McGregor building in Denver. That's a 200-foot drop in the name of cancer research. If there are any breweries and or cannabis companies donating, note that I will wear your logo on my rappelling outfit for sure, whether that be a sticker, a patch, or even a piece of the t-shirt that I will have to sew somehow onto a shirt. Either way, all in all, go over to denverovertheedge.com, go to the menu to find a repeller, put my name in, you scroll down and it should be listed, but go to Tracy Valentine, that's Tracey, Valentine like the massacre, and click on my name and follow the prompts to donate. All in all, you guys, thank you so much for joining me this evening. You can join me here every week live, Monday evenings at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on this YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also follow us on the gram, you guys, the_sesh_connection. I'm your host tonight, Tracy Valentine, and this is the Sesh Connection. If you're sticking around for the second half, you know we will segue right into that in just a moment. For the rest of you, have a great, wonderful night and a good week. So those of you just joining us again, hello, my name is Tracy. Welcome to the Sesh Connection. Of course, we are doing the cannabis part of the show right now. Super excited about that. Today, I am actually going to review a gift that was given to me by Denver Kush Club when I had it on my last day. There's, I found it funny. There's certain things you can and can't do, and the staff pretty much said, you know what, get whatever expensive cartridge you want. And that was super really nice of them to have given me that. So I actually went with a company that I really enjoy their live rosin, Dab Logics, you guys, Dab Logics. So this specific one, and we'll just show that right again. So this specific one right here is the Mixed Micron Live Rosin Cartridge. It is the Barry Jones. So this is actually a 75% THC, 75% THC on this one. That's beautiful. So anyway, and it has like 1% CBG in there. So and what have we said about CBG in general? We call it CB giggles, kind of gives you the giggles, kind of like relieves you of that anxiety, keeps you more relaxed, right? The dominant terpene, of course, and this is going to be the caryophyllene, and this is actually what this little bad boy is going to look like. Alrighty. I don't know why I'm actually showing it way the heck up there. So anyway, that is going to be our cartridge for today. This, I believe, is a pardon me, people. Pardon me. This is a half-gram cartridge. Of course, I could have told you that just by looking at it, but instead I just wanted to make sure. Half-gram cartridge, of course, has the holder on the top and the bottom. This specific cartridge does fit in a 510 thread. 510 thread battery, meaning that it's a 510 universal thread, of course. So this is an indica strain. I believe part of the strain is actually Casey Jones, but when it comes to the berry end, I'm truly not sure if that's going to be just OG Push or a combination of that and Hashberry to kind of create that berry OG as the berry part of this cartridge. So truly not sure. It does state that your flavor profiles are going to be more of like a floral, citrus, maybe a little bit of pininess in there, but definitely your berries and a little bit of that skunk diesel. So for those of you that heard before too, I did say it was a mixed micron live rosin. Micron is, for those of you that are not aware of what I'm talking about, it's actually, in this case, it's a measurement of the openings in the collection of the bags you pour the water through when you're actually making your bubble hash. They stack up with like the smallest micron being usually like 45 on the bottom and the largest on top, usually about like 220. So premium grades would be somewhere in the middle, usually about like 73 to 90, maybe even 120. And of course, U being when they say 73U or 90U, the U meaning micron, of course. So again, though, this being live rosin, we know that it's solventless hash oil, exclusively grown by, or exclusively made, I should say, by cutting that fresh, frozen, organically fed, living soil grown cannabis that's actually, this specifically with Dab Logic, is made from Verde Naturals grow house. So no additives, there are no solvents, no chemicals. The cutting agents used in this cartridge, nothing like that at all. Solventless pens are always with them 100% pure. And of course, the extraction method, only using water, ice, and heat and pressure to actually extract live rosin, of course. We did say that this does go on a 510 battery. So 510 meaning threading, of course, and 510s, as I said before, and you heard me say, they're usually, for the most part, universal batteries. And I've been consuming BiPen lately more and more just because since the purchase of my new car, I really haven't wanted to taint it with cannabis smell. So I've been kind of vaping instead in the car because, of course, my job, as I've pronounced it to be now, is I call myself a car worker because I do most of my work out of my car, driving around a lot and working that way. So as you saw, I just screwed this onto the battery, of course. Those of you that don't know, there are a couple different types of batteries out there for sure. There's ones that you can screw this onto and then you just inhale without having to press any buttons or change any temperatures or anything like that. This, however, as you can see here, does have a button. So this little white button here is what's going to turn it on and off. So a lot of times people will come into a dispensary and not understand how to actually work their battery and give us a call saying things like, this is broken, I don't know what I'm doing, something's wrong. And a lot of times I would truly say it's kind of the neglect of a bud tender that you're not telling your customer that buys a battery, like, hey, don't forget, 5 taps to this button turns it on or off. 3 taps changes its temperature. Those 3 temperatures could be red, blue, and green. Could be red, yellow, and green, or any of those combinations of colors, and each of those meaning a different variation of temperature, of course. So we're going to go ahead and turn this on. So we're going to press this 5 times. And by it doing that, it tells us that it is on, and it is in fact on. Now, I like to keep it on green. Okay, so when I put my stuff on green, I am truly not sure, to be 100% honest with you, whether or not this putting it on green makes it any better. I don't know if it's in the middle. I really don't, but I'd like to be on green. So, and as you can see, as I change it, the color will change as well. Red, and there's the green color that I want, right? So again, what you're going to do is when you're inhaling, you're actually going to hold the button, press down on it while you're inhaling. So simultaneously hold button and inhale. Okay, and then of course exhale. So on my flavor profiles on there, did I get a sweetness to it? Maybe like a grassy kind of sweetness. I definitely would say that this was more of an herbal weed taste than it would be like a fruity flavor. Whereas I think we've spoken about this before, fruity flavors versus um, more of like those taste more like weed kind of flavors are the differences that help people kind of blend in as well, or people that don't really like that weed taste but really kind of appreciate something that's maybe like a candy flavor. And when I say blend in well, we all know that I mean like if somebody's smoking a nicotine vape juice pen and you're over here with your cannabis vape pen, um, on your exhale, it's going to come out smelling like bubble gum or candy or fruit flavors, as opposed to smelling like grass or weed or cannabis or some kind of a more earthy kind of tone to it, right? So, of course, you guys, let me tell you how I came about this gift. I already did tell you about it. Um, I've just got a really great crew over there. Again, they are the ones who had me hired there for a year. Always give you guys really great samples when you work there. Very open to your schedule. And right now, they are, do not forget, they are the company that has disposable exclusively at their store, which of course I'm super excited about because as you guys know, I am repping for disposable these days out here in Colorado. So again, what is disposable as the fire engines pass by in the background? A disposable is a flattened paper grade, ivory paper grade, food grade quality pipe that you can actually unfold and fold up into something like this, or not something like this, exactly like this. Carb on the end, bowl head here, already put in a puncture screen so you don't have to go out and purchase one. And it's completely disposable after that. You guys, you can flatten it back up. You can throw it away. You can buy a single pack. You can buy a 3-pack. They are, again, exclusively right now at Denver Kush Club over there on Welton. It is a great time to purchase one of these, you guys. Festival season is coming up, hiking season, traveling is right around the corner, and these come in handy for all of those occasions and more, of course. So if you are looking to get a disposable, if you just want one for yourself, by all means, hit up Denver Kush Club. If you are looking more so along the lines for custom deals, even having your own logo on the side of there, please let me know. Hit me up at Treyval, Treyval disposable. That's DISPOZEABOWL at gmail.com, you guys. So hit me up. I can get you some deals on some custom stuff and let you know what our prices are, as well as we take care of your shipping and handling. So hit me up for. Let's see. You guys, there is some interesting, exciting news going on now, right? In the cannabis industry. Uh, I've got mixed reviews for sure. Um, So we know that the DEA is looking to basically bring down the classification of cannabis, right? Um, Making it seem as though it's obviously not that dangerous of a drug, which makes it a lot more easier for people to be around it. Obviously, we're still not going to be able to drive with it. Certain rules will apply. Um, People are very, very excited about this. Am I downing that? No, not at all. I'm excited about it. I really am. Um, my only problem is that if they declassify this, they end up making it federally legal. My scare is, what won't the federal government do at that point to your cannabis? What won't they put it in? What won't they combine it with? What won't they add to it? Um, and that worries me. That worries me so much. You know, all that testing that is super important right now, that maybe to a certain level we think is kind of overdoing it. Um, when that starts to decline, so will your quality. Um, And I just feel that that's important, that maybe we don't want to go so far with it. But again, I completely get it, you guys. I am excited just as much as you are. I just feel like I'm a little reserved for certain reasons, and that's okay. We can be. Everybody can have an opinion, right? So, of course, if there is, anything that they're going to be doing with it, I'm sure everyone's going to be super happy about it in the long run. To just have cannabis legalized completely, I think, is a giant step in the right direction. It has proven itself many a time to help medically, to help with health, and to help on so many different levels, even with mental health. So, yeah, you guys do your research. You'll definitely find that we are not joking when it comes to THC and the benefits behind it. So, all in all, of course, there is one fun day this month to celebrate. It's going to have to be World Baking Day, May 17th, you guys. Get baked, bake, who cares? All in all, it is World Baking Day. Take that as you may. If you are a world-class baker, think about adding some cannabis to it. If you just like to get baked with more cannabis. But all in all, it is World Baking Day. It could be your second coming of 420 if you wanted it to be. Who cares? It's World Baking Day. Get baking and bake. So, all in all, you guys, let's see. Bongathon Picnic was canceled this past weekend, but that was due to a ticketing error, that they were waiting on some tickets that weren't going to get there in time. So it has been rescheduled. I think we're doing it now on the 19th. So I will have an update on the 8th, or yeah, on the 19th. I'll have an update actually for you. I apologize, on the 20th, on how to acquire Bongathon tickets for this year, and what we've talked about, and how things are going to go for this year. The dates have definitely changed. Okay. Usually, as all of you will know, it always, always, always has taken place from the 20th to the 23rd of July. This will now take place in August, first weekend of August, if I'm not mistaken. But all in all, we will get you the correct information on the 20th for you. I will have more information on how to get Bongathon tickets for you this year. So for those of you that didn't get to hear it till the second segment, or didn't get here, I should say, till the second segment, I do apologize. I am rappelling for the Denver Over the Edge. I will be rappelling down the McGregor building in September for cancer research funding, and I am looking for people to donate to this cause. If you could go online, go to denverovertheedge.com, scroll down in the search menu to find the rappellers' names. Put my name in the search bar, Tracey Valentine, Tracey, Valentine like the massacre. Click on the name to donate. The goal is to raise $1,500 by, I want to say, I believe September 10th or so. And by doing so, that would help me to rappel down the building for cancer research. All in all, if you don't get to 1,500 with me and we just donate to cancer research, you know what? That is good enough in itself. So let's try and get out there and donate if we can. DenverOverTheEdge.com. I'd love to have that help and support. If you are a cannabis company or a brewery donating and would like to have your company logo on my outfit for the rappel that day, I'd be more than happy to show off any sponsors' logos for on that day. I think that's going to do it for today's show, of course. You guys tune in every week. I'm here live at 7 p.m. on Mondays, Mountain Standard Time, right here on this YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, go follow us on the gram at the_sesh_connection. Thank you, of course, to Dab Logics over here for the live rosin mixed micron Barry Jones strain. And of course, thank you to DKC for that gift. Obviously, thank you to Disposable. I do love pitching that. I really think it's a great, great thing. Get yours today, of course, at Denver Kush Club or order through me. This is the Sesh Connection. I am your host, Tracey Valentine, and have a great night. Thanks for joining me, guys. I really appreciate it. See you next week.